Hey, Top Analyze Math Industry, and we are going to take a look at the compound interest. But also, additionally, we're going to learn about what the credit card trap is. So, in the last video, we were doing some pre-calculus, and we were trying to understand what that letter E represents in mathematics. Turns out, we talked about a mathematician named Eulers, who named the letter, and he also proved how it works. We also figured out that when we have any given number, because there's literally no limit, because n could be anything, hey, that's supposed to be infinity, we can put any number we want as a number, then when we put that in here, it would grow and grow. The reason why Euler wanted to do this is because he wanted to find out how much money a rich family can accumulate over a given period of years. So he wanted to see how fast money would grow if it was compounded. So that's what we're going to do, is we're not going to see the letter E in the formula. However, we are going to understand the importance of E's presence in mathematics, as well as the so-called credit card trap, because that uses compound interest. So, there are good sides and bad sides to compound interest. We are going to learn about the bad side at the end of the part of the video. But the good side is that you can actually build up wealth, just like what Euler said earlier in the video, that you can build up wealth and see how it grows. This is a faster method when you are trying to save it and deposit it in a bank. So if you deposit $2,000 into the bank and the interest rate is 9%, how much money would you accumulate in 10 years? So we're trying to understand, if we put $2,000 into the bank with a 9% interest rate, how much would we have and how much would it be in 10 years? To solve this out, what we have to do is use a formula. So we have the formula right here. A is going to equal P parentheses 1 plus 1, divide that by n to the exponent. So the 1 right there is actually supposed to be an R. We're going to explain. So this formula does look like the one we saw earlier. When we saw the formula for E, 1 plus 1 divided by n, parentheses, exponent as n, is basically the same thing as saying 1 plus r divided by n as a fraction, parentheses, nt. When you talk about the limit, where it said, in this equation right here, you can put any number between negative infinity and positive infinity, and you can see how it grows. Instead of having a limit in there, we're going to use the P, the principal, how much money we put in the bank in the first place. And A represents how much we have after 10 years have passed. So let's see how it works. So we know A is our answer. P is going to be our principal. That is $2,000. 1 plus R represents the rate, 9%. N represents the number of times that we get an upgrade with our money, how many times that it actually grows in the bank per year. We're going to say that it's going to compound every month. So I'm going to say 12 times per year, because there's 12 months out of the year. And T represents time. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put it to 10 years. We're going to make some changes. Instead of getting the money every month, we're just going to keep it to getting the money once a year. So instead, I'm just going to get rid of the 12s and just keep them as 1. So now all we have to do now is set up the formula and solve it. Plug the numbers in and see what happens. So what we have is our answer, or accumulated wealth, is going to equal 2,000. Then we have to do parentheses, multiply that by 9%. We are going to say 1 plus 0.09. Divide that by 1 and the parentheses, and we have to then put 10 in, because 1 times 10 is 10, because you have n right here and n right there as 1. So 1 times 10 is 10, so 10's the exponent. We're gonna get our money and make it grow once per year to make it easy and simpler to understand. So now what we have to do is get rid of that fraction. So 0.09 divided by 1 is going to be just 0.09. Anything divided by 1 is going to be itself. Then we have to add that by 1. So we're going to say instead 1.09. Let's get another sheet of paper and then expand on it, but not expand the equation. We're going to simplify it more. So our new problem is A equals 2,000. Multiply that by 1.09 to the power of 10. So we have it very, very easy here. We have to do exponents first because of order of operations. So 1.09 to the power of 10, which is very big, is, the answer would be 2.367. The last thing we have to do is multiply it by 2,000. When we do that on a calculator, in 10 years, we will be able to have $734. That is if we get the upgrade, or you get the compound interest once a year, not once every month. So, if you do it once every month, you're going to get more than this. But if you do it once a year, then yeah. If we kept the 12 as an exponent, then you'd have to keep it, and then we'll have to put it in the 10. So one time I watched a video on SpongeBob, and it was about Mr. Krabs gave SpongeBob his credit card because he wanted him to buy gifts and presents for Pearl's 16th birthday.
SpongeBob!
Yes, Mr. Krabs?
While I plan the party, I want you to buy Pearl's present. Here you go, boy.
What's this, Mr. Krabs?
It's my credit card. You use it instead of money.
I can buy stuff with just this piece of plastic? I don't need money?
Exactly.
Whoa.
But the issue is, Mr. Krabs said to SpongeBob that he can do transactions and purchase things without having to use physical money, just with a piece of plastic. However,
I'd like to buy that piece of plastic with this piece of plastic. Bye!
Mr. Krabs, huh? Quick, how do you spell crabs?
I'm pretty sure it has a B in it.
Close enough. There you go, kid.
That's it? Huh. I'll never understand the workings of high finance.
they fell into a credit card trap because the compound interest rates are very high, that if you don't pay everything up in 1 month, then the credit card company is going to charge you a lot. And it's going to keep growing and growing and growing. Also, you'll decrease your credit card score, causing you to do less opportunities in the finance world. So if you want to avoid all that stuff, then try not to do what Mr. Krabs did.
That's it! Back it up! Right there! Let it go!
bought me a boat?
I did? I mean, I did?
Also, if you are a scout, then I would recommend trying to go for the Personal Finance Merit Badge. Hope this video has helped you understand compound interest. Thank you for watching Top Penalized Math Industry. Like and subscribe.
Just watch. Hit it, boys.
It's all about you, girl. On your 16th birthday, we'll pay attention to you, girl. Everyone has to do just what you say. You'll get your very own spotlight tonight, 'cause it's all about you. Yeah, it's all about her.
Boy, how much is all this costing me?
Here's the receipt.
I oughta...
Oh, Daddy, you got me everything I wanted. Mwah!
Oh, nothing's too good for me, daughter.
You're a good dad, Mr. Krabs.
Don't push your luck, boy.